What's up, everybody? My name's Tam, back here with TCGU University, UniVersus deck profile. Today I'm going to be doing No Attack Heidi. No attacks, you say? I'll tell you how it works in just a bit. Alright, everybody, so this is Heidi. She's a 7 hand-sized character with 21 health. She has a static ability that says characters with the name Krieger in their name can be attached to her as if they were her starting character. So we've got all of these other character cards that we're going to be playing inside of her because she has her own win condition that says, yeah, you'll see. And then after you take damage, you have to discard a character with Krieger in his name attached to her. And then lastly, she has a first form that says, add a character with Krieger in its name from your hand to your staging area. Super, super good. This deck is surprisingly volatile when it wants to go off, but sometimes it just draws dead. And so it's kind of like I say this has like a 55-45 matchup versus every deck in the game. That's just how I feel about it. So if you want to just coin flip all day, just play Heidi. So let's talk about the win condition. The first thing we do is we play 4 of Krieger de Nacht. It has a static that says if Heidi has 5 different characters with Krieger attached to her, you win the game. This is the only condition. We play 0 attack cards in the deck, and so the goal is using Heidi, using our foundation support to build all of these and win the game. So we play 4 of all 5 different color mechs. This is a black mech. It wins the game. The next important mech is Krieger de C. Krieger de C says if it's discarded, I get to clear my card pool. So if I take damage, clear my card pool, and then respawn once per turn. Discard a card before I would take damage from a blocked attack. If I would take 3 or less, reduces damage to 0. So sometimes C can save Heidi in order to do fun stuff. And clearing the card pool is really good whenever I have to keep blocking. The next important card is Krieger der Bergen. It's the red mech. It's only good because after it's discarded due to a character effect, so like Heidi, I get to put it on top of my deck. So sometimes I'll take the pot shot, put red on top, and then draw the red again to just drop it back down with Heidi. So it's almost like I didn't lose the mech. The last 2 mechs actually just don't matter. We've got the yellow mech that doesn't really have a relevant effect. It removes a card from my opponent's discard pile. Maybe they're playing something important like a Puncher Judy, but man, it's just 1 card. It doesn't really matter. And then the green mech actually doesn't do anything. It says after it's discarded, gain 2 life, which is nothing in this game. I'm a 21 health character, so having 23 life sometimes doesn't matter. But yeah, I gotta have all 5, 1 of each color in order to win the game. I can't stack up on doubles in an attempt to win. So on to the assets. We're playing Triple White House. This used to be an action, but I felt that the Call of the Dreamland just wasn't quite getting me there. And Call of the Dreamland's off-symboled. I always felt that whenever I would want to build a mech down, the reason I didn't build a mech with Heidi's form was that I lost the card out of my hand, and this makes up for it. And randomly, your opponent can't play actions. It's kind of good. It slows down their game plan just long enough in order for me to make my win condition happen. This card's good. I loved having it in here. To the foundations, the cards that are important, we're playing triple blueprints. It's a unique, so I didn't play it at a 4 of, and it doesn't have a block, so I didn't play it at a 4 of. We never wanted to block with the mechs because sometimes if we only had 1 in our hand, we just didn't see another one because it was at the bottom of our deck. But this card says form, flip, search my deck for a mech. So Heidi add, form add in order to find my last ones. And then enhance commit, add a character from my discard pile to the top of my deck. So sometimes I would just draw into the characters that I needed. And I'd like flip, find a mech, and then build another blueprints. Super, super good. The cool thing about this deck is your control checks are always 4s or better, so you can do math like that. You never have to worry about checking a 3. The other non-block we have in the deck, one of the other non-blocks, is German Temper. Or remove, discard a character card after opponent plays any form, whether an attack, a foundation, another character, or whatever. Discard it from the card pool. So this was really good at when my opponent just played like really threatening, scary stuff. Like, hey, did you play a air gun smash? Hey, did you play a missile launcher? Hey, did you play a coffee samba? Get that out of here. I'll discard a character card, so basically I perfect block the thing, and you don't get to play enhances on it, or even responses, because it's just like this card is like your answer versus Lord Raptor as well. They'll get to blow one thing up, sure, but then discard it from the card pool. Hope they don't have healed by Shaman. Moving on, we play triple The Dark Side of Karma. This card should probably be a 4 of. It's just it cancels a non-weapon thing, which sometimes that's the difference between you saving your life or discarding a mech or not. And it's a 3/5's got a gnarly block. Like it's good. It's good. You should definitely be playing it. It's also speed reset, which is super good. One of the main reasons I picked fire for the build. Up next, we got Mechanical Genius. This says Form Destroy. Your next non-attack card gets -2 difficulty. So it says Destroy, and then your next mech is easier to build. So like, if you got to push a little bit further, and maybe you checked too many 4s on your turn you're going in, we do have to play on a bunch of 6, 7, 8, 9s in order to make our thing happen. So this just reduces the difficulty by one of the mechs. Excuse me. Next, we got Section 13's Failed Experiment. Destroy, add a character card from a discard pile to my hand. This is really good for blocking or building. And then, enhance, remove, discard 1 card. Add a character card from your remove from game pile to your hand. Super good. Sometimes you just auto lose when they play Fatality and remove all 4 of one colored mech. This says that that's not a condition. You can just try and dig for this card in order to win the game back. But at that time, like maybe it's probably not going to happen. Card was super good. I'd probably drop it down to it too, honestly. Next, we've got 4 Arcane Assassin. This card is the sleeper hit. This card is the reason that the deck is even played under fire to begin with. It's a 3/6, so it checks my mechs really well. And it says, R remove after you make a check to play a printed 6 difficulty card. Hey, look at there. Your next check gets +3. So you remove this in order to basically do the same thing as that Mechanical Genius, but it can be a response, so you can actually see what the check is as opposed to playing the form where you have to like preemptively do it. Card's super good and has to be a 4 in the deck. Next 4 of, we've got 4 Herald of Germania. It says R flip after you play a character card that could be added normally attach to your staging area, attach it. So you play your mech, you flip your Herald, and you add it in. It gets -1 to the progressive, and then it's really easy to commit whenever you check another 5. This just playing 2 or 3 of these says that like when you go for your kill turn, when you build out all 4 mechs, it's just immensely easy. Card's super good. It's also like random asset hate, which is good. The reason we're playing the deck at all. Kieran Soul. Enhance flip. This attack gets -1 speed for each character in your staging area, which could be a bunch because of our Heidi. And then if you block this attack, it deals no damage, which means I don't lose a mech. This is the reason I wanted to play the deck under any of the symbols. We could do the same type of thing under air with Immortality, but I decided that Kieran Soul I think is just better because it gets -speed equal to the characters. Immortality has a block, but it checks a 4. This checks a 5, so when I try and go to turbo out my characters, my checks are just a little more consistent. For Folktale Storyteller, this card was way better than I thought it would be. Honestly, the best part about this card is I could block with it and build for free. Discarding the top 3 didn't necessarily matter just because I do play 20 mechs, so I didn't feel bad losing the mechs, and if I absolutely needed to, I could pick them back up with the Mad Perot card, the Failed Experiment. But this card is good, and sometimes I could just form commit, choose one of my mechs, and throw it back in my deck so that my Fatality was a little less live, as well as Blueprints was a little more live. It was randomly good tech, and it is perfect as a low block. I wish I had one of these for a highs. Last couple cards, we've got Goro's Victory Pose. Form flip, or enhance flip, actions can't be played during this attack. We probably didn't need this because we're playing White House. White House was a late addition whenever I went to go and play this at locals. So it's fine that this is in here. It's spam. It's got a good low block, but it probably could be something else. And sometimes you just don't see White House. So like if you're getting punched, judied, whatever, there. Or like yeah, there's just like good actions happening right now, and so like this just says you're not gonna play those. The most underrated card of the deck, Iron Grit. I should have been playing for this. This card was so good every time that I got to build it. Response remove after you check a 6, add it to your hand. There were so many times where I could have gone for the kill. And I played my first card of the turn, and it was the missing mech. Like, I had 4 out of the 5 mechs, and whenever I played it, I found the mech on the first check, and so I could have just played the mech, checked the 6, picked up the last mech, and then built out, and I lost games because I just wasn't playing more of this. Definitely, it's a 4 of. And then my last card was last of the Chenier Ryu. Honestly, it was just like it's a 6 check with a 1 low block that said -1 damage while it was committed. It wasn't needed. It didn't put in work at all day. It said that I had, what, 24 life sometimes, but like even then, like I said before, if +2 health didn't matter, then -1 damage didn't matter either. Alright everybody, so that was my Heidi no attack profile under fire. Thank you very much for watching. If there were some changes I'd make, there's a attack called Tongpu's Assault out of Mad Pro support that says like enhance or your character cards get -2 difficulty. It'd be really good to be able to play some enhances in order to make my game plan a little better. And it's a reversal, so randomly being able to play my own enhances and pick up things, and there's some real interesting techie stuff that you can do there. So, with that, thank you very much for watching once again, and from all of us here at TCGU, stay learned.